So let's start as usual, maybe with one or two reports. Very good, thank you so much. All right, so excellent. So is it why are my students not unable to, or why are my students unable to? No, which is correct? Why are my students unable to? Not unable means able. Okay, double negatives. Okay. You want to present?
1 minute. I
What?
will go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. So why are my students not able to
Not able to. Not
read?
able to.
Yeah, not able to read
Simple sentences. in
simple sentences in English. Which grade?
6th standard.
6th standard. Very
Sir,
good.
there are no English teacher from past 4 years or 5 years.
Yeah.
And even students are.
So now
not
there is an
able-
English teacher, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so don't worry about the
I am
past.
starting from ABCD.
That's right. Good. Very good. So you have to help them to read letters, words, sentences. So this is something that is doable. All right. Your action plan is something that you can do. It is not an idealistic or a utopian plan. Some activities which you can really do in your classrooms to help students improve their reading ability. Yeah. So when you present your action plan, it is nothing but your syllabus actually. You are designing your own syllabus to help students acquire language skills. Right? When I say your own syllabus, not the core syllabus. Core syllabus is given to you. Textbook is prepared based on the syllabus, right? That is something that is given. And this is something that you have evolved on your own based on your sense of plausibility. This is what Dr. N.S. Prabhu says. He says teachers should have a sense of plausibility. Plausibility means experienced teachers, not novice teachers, not those who are new to the profession. Experienced teachers will have a sense of plausibility. Plausibility means they will know what is possible in their classrooms and what is not possible. Textbook writers will not know. We will not know. Teacher educators, we will not know what is actually possible in your classroom, because she says they didn't have English teachers for the last 5 years. This reality, do we know? We don't know. Textbook writers know that. Policy makers, SCRT, they know? No, they don't know individual schools, individual classrooms. Who knows it better? The classroom teacher. Right, so you know your students' background much better. You know what is the reality in the classroom, right? So based on the reality, based on your students' actual levels of learning, you're designing an additional syllabus. This is a parallel curriculum, a parallel syllabus. Textbook you'll have to use anyway. You have to transact the main course material, but you know that students won't be able to read the textbook lessons, right? You know they will not be able to answer those questions on their own, right? But then you have to use it, right? Alternatively, you should also do something that is really useful to your students. So maybe if you have 5 periods in a week, 4 periods your main textbook, 1 period for your action research every Saturday maybe. That's what many teachers do. Or extra class sometime, 3:30 to 4:30. Spend some time with those students who are unable to read. Extra time, extra effort. In 3 months you will see how they are improving, alright. Then you can bring them to the mainstream. You can do it in your main classroom. But initially you have to put lots of efforts. Initially you should put extra efforts, take extra time, right? So I'm very happy that, see, action plan is you're designing your own activities or collecting activities and doing something which is possible, all right? Yeah, next one more maybe. All right, very well done. Yes, particularly the action plan. I really like your action plan because activities are all graded, very well graded, from simple to higher level activities. Like you cannot begin with anchoring in the first month, right? Can you begin with an interview? No.
It's not.
It's a very higher level activity. Students should know how to ask questions, how to take turns, all right, how to take part in an interview. So it's not possible to do it in the very beginning of your action research because students are at a much lower level, all right. So you can begin with simple phonics activities and then introducing oneself. Children will learn to introduce themselves, right? And then sight words you can introduce, vocabulary. So activities are good, but the only thing is it should be related to the data you have collected. So what does your data say? Data you have collected from students, teachers and other colleagues. What does it say? Students lack confidence to speak in English. So in your action plan, is there anything to build their confidence? These activities will build confidence. Yes? Okay, of course, yes. Otherwise, in the beginning, you should have confidence building activities. You can do it in the mother tongue also. Some students, at least you want them to stand up and speak. Maybe many students are silent in the classroom. So initial activities, you call them to the front, ask them to speak anything that they feel like. Which language? Whichever language, your mother tongue, doesn't matter. So they will gain confidence to stand up, ask questions, to come to the front, say something about themselves. So language should not be if you force them to speak only in English initially, they may be hesitant. They will not open their mouth. So initially your aim is to shed away that inhibition. They should open their mouth at least. They should have the courage to come and stand here in front. They should have the courage, right? So those are called, what do you call them? Confidence building activities. That is what many students and teachers said, right? So have some confidence building activities. So after 1 month, if you say, most of my students have gained the confidence to stand on the dais and say a few sentences, that is enough. In 1 month, small improvement. You're not making huge progress, all right? Small steps they take to improve their speaking. You should be able to observe and record it, document it. Yeah, these students have improved their confidence. That is important. And many students said they are afraid of speaking in English because others make fun of them. This is what you said. Yes. Others make fun, laugh at their mistakes. So in your action plan, you should have some activities where students are allowed to make mistakes, or at least some rules for the classroom. When others speak, don't laugh at them, don't make fun of them, all right? And then, so something like that, lack of vocabulary, you said, lack of vocabulary. So in your action plan, you should have some activities to improve their vocabulary, right? So it's all related. Data is not something that is different from your action plan. It's all linked, right? Okay, so that's why before you prepare your action plan, you should look at those reasons once again and identify the main categories. Students have said many things, colleagues have said many different things. So what are the main reasons? You should identify some themes, categories, themes. What are these themes? Themes are, some are student related factors. No encouragement at home, all right? Lack of practice. They are lazy, you said. Lazy. Is it teacher related or student related? Student related, all right? So some student related factors. Some are teacher related, maybe no opportunities to speak, right? Some are classroom management skills. Maybe there are 70 students. How will you give them individual opportunities? Very difficult. So in your action plan, you should have some strategies to handle a large classroom of 70, 80 students. So that is your action plan, which is practical, doable, realistic, right? Okay. Are you sure you will do all these things?
Yes, sir.
Yeah? All right. Good. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, you should. Yeah. Right. Okay, so that's why I think Dr. N.S. Prabhu, again, he says there is no best method. There is no best method. Maybe Pooja Madam is talking about communicative method. What are the other methods of teaching English? Structural approach, communicative approach, language, grammar translation method, bilingual method, task-based language teaching, direct method. All right, these are all different approaches, methods which have come from the West. Not right. We have borrowed all these ideas from the West. But Dr. Prabhu says there is no best method. Why? That's the title of his article, which is very popular. There is no best method. Why? Right? Why? Because teachers know which method is
according to the them.
According to the situation, according to the
according to their-
classroom reality, students' levels.
Yes.
You have to evolve your own methods of teaching English. So this action plan is nothing but you're trying to evolve your own methods of addressing all these classroom issues, classroom problems. Task-based method will not work in your classroom. Communicative approach may not work, right? So you know what works, what doesn't work. So there is no one prescribed method. You cannot have one approach to address all the students. So what this is what you are doing is very important. You are trying to, at the end, you can evolve your own theories, maybe your own method of teaching English. Yeah, your own method, your own ways, which is very useful. All right. Okay, so good. Others can present in the next class. So we'll move on to reading now.